So John Espirian, this is an honor to be with you.
In the UK and you're in Australia, I love technology. It's just fantastic that we can have these chats. So, yeah, thanks for having me on. We're going to talk about what we're going to talk about: some video, some YouTube stuff, some LinkedIn stuff. Let's
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
see
yeah, yeah.
let's see what we're going to dig into here.
Well, the big news is that my YouTube channel. So I've got a YouTube channel, right? Everybody, nearly everybody who starts a YouTube channel wants to monetize, right?
Hmm. Yeah,
And that usually means, in most people's minds, turning on those ads. You know, those skip ads ones, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So what you're doing is you're providing for YouTube, you're providing an audience, right?
Mhm.
And then YouTube says to the advertisers, "We'll throw your ads onto this guy's channel. Enough people are going to click or watch enough of the ads, and we'll pay
Yeah.
him a cut, and then we keep our money." That's the business model, right?
Okay, so that's what I understand the business model to be. I feel a but coming here.
There's no
I'm not.
buts. Well, the
I'm
but
not.
the but is that getting 1,000 subscribers seems like
Yeah,
an impossible task.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
And especially with COVID and everything. Well, I've had my YouTube channel for like since 2013, but
Okay.
it had like no subscribers. I never asked for subscribers. Some people just subscribed. I didn't know who they were. But then suddenly in March this year, March 2020, so this is September as we're recording this now,
Yeah.
in March 2020, so right in the middle of when COVID was just right at its peak and we were all going to die. um, I made some videos about Zoom and
Yeah.
just how to use it. How do you turn off your video? Just like doing like this. In fact, let me just exit
Okay.
full screen.
You're gone.
So yeah, how do I turn off my video and how do I turn it on again? All right.
Yeah. Okay.
And that video got 140,000 views.
That's insane.
Not
That is
overnight.
amazing. It's an amazing number. That just reminds me of what I tell people. I tell clients this all the time about the curse of knowledge. You know, you think because you know something, well, it's going to be obvious to everyone else,
Or they can
but
figure it out, right?
or they can figure it out because anyone could. But to the average user, maybe that's not obvious, and it's a helpful thing, and it's the kind of thing that you might actually Google if you're not
Well,
sure.
that's exactly what happens. And you'll turn
Yeah,
up with a YouTube video, a short YouTube video
yeah.
saying, "How do I hide my face?" That might be a Google search.
Mm, okay.
How do I not show my face? How do I make it so my teacher doesn't see me on
Yeah.
screen? Um,
So if you're creating a simple video that that covers a simple setting like that, are you putting those potential search terms into the description of the video so that people can
yeah.
find it like that?
Yeah,
Is
so
that
so
what you
let's get a little bit geeky here, and I'll take you to my channel.
All right. Okay.
Come into my parlor.
Oh, I'm going to learn from the master here. Look,
Yeah.
YouTube is not my strong area. I've got a channel. I've got some subscribers, but I don't really know what I'm doing there. So any tips are going to be really welcome from you.
Well, I mean, especially for your audience, because they kind of like the analytics and so on. So
Yeah,
you get to
yeah,
see a lot of it. So here's the big picture: is 1,198 subscribers, so
yeah,
1,200 subscribers,
yeah,
which is great. Now, this is, as I'm recording it, is the 23rd of September.
yeah,
It took me 7 years, or basically 6 months. All right, forget about the first 7 years because that was all
yeah,
terrible. I just had a whole lot of random videos that nobody watched, and I
yeah,
would get like 10 views on a video, and that
yeah.
still happens, by the way. I'll
Mhm.
come up with a video idea, and I think for sure this is going to go viral. and
And then it doesn't happen.
but
Yeah.
now, once I got to 1,000 back on the August the 31st,
Hmm.
in the last 3 weeks, it's up to another 200.
Yeah. So do you think that's partly psychological? Like if people see, well, he's already got 1,000 subscribers, so this is an easy decision for me to make, or do you think?
Partly that, but more importantly, YouTube is now starting to promote some of
Yeah.
my videos, basically because they're
Okay.
saying, okay, this guy's got a serious channel.
Right. And when
Okay.
you say that they promote it, does that mean that if someone's watching someone else's channel, then it'll say, "Oh, come and have a look at Anthony's video."
So that's a
Is that how it works?
suggested, yeah, so that's a suggested video. That's one way of promoting it.
Yeah,
Another one is if people actually do a search for something.
yeah,
So I'll show you, just so this is you go to studio. So if you own a YouTube channel, which takes about 10 minutes to set up,
sure. Yeah,
you go to studio.youtube.com and you get to see all of these analytics. Not going to bore everybody with this, but it is pretty fun. And so I click on this analytics here, and now this is going to surprise you. Just to give you an idea, here's how my channel looked lifetime. So back in
yeah.
2013.
Just nothing
Wait
probably.
a minute. Oh, sorry, I've gone to the wrong one. I'm going
That's
to
7
search
days.
lifetime. Ever since my YouTube channel was nothing. Nothing.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Okay. Even though I did have videos there, there's 7 videos got published then, but none of them did did well.
Mm-hmm.
And the interesting thing was that the videos that did well were nothing to do um, with my editing, or that they were funny videos or great stories or longer videos or anything like that. So we go back to the last 365 days. In order to get monetized, as they call it, so turning on ads, you've got to have 1,000 subscribers, and you've also got to have 4,000 hours. Your videos have got to be watched for 4,000 hours.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So you
4,000
can't.
hours sounds impossible, right?
Right. So that's interesting. So you couldn't just go and buy a load of followers or something. That
No,
wouldn't be enough to trigger it, would it? Okay.
no,
That makes.
not at all. And so you've got to get 4,000 hours.
Yeah.
So
Wow. It's like a
as you
lot.
can see and that's in the last 12 months, and I've got 12,000 hours in the last 12 months. Now,
Okay.
most of that came from 2 or 3 videos, and one of them was 90 seconds long.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a lot of.
But it just got watched many, many times.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And so you can see then, so if we go back to just for 2020, well, you can see already that March things started to pick up.
Yeah.
And that was because the videos were about Zoom.
Yeah.
And then
Now, how much of your like when you deal with your Rachels in your business, how much of that chat, how much of that consultancy is actually about using Zoom? Is any of it about that?
Oh, very, very rarely, almost
Very rarely.
always. Generally, they're already familiar with using Zoom.
Yeah.
It's more
So
around the sales conversations.
so
But
you've got a channel that obviously is in some way is promoting your personal brand and is probably
well,
serving is
actually, I'm
probably
chasing 2 rabbits, and as Confucius allegedly said, chase 2 rabbits and you won't catch either one.
yeah
My
yeah
LinkedIn audience is very, very different from my YouTube audience. As you know, I'm very active on LinkedIn.
yeah
But just to give you an idea, I just have to keep moving myself around here to find. I'll go to your channel,
yeah
and you can see the basic theme of my channel. And this is completely data driven. This is thanks to seeing what videos performed well
yeah
and why. The why is
yeah
really interesting.
mhm.
Because, yeah, sure, this year everybody's using Zoom, but why did some of my Zoom videos do really well and others did really quite poorly?
Mhm.
So be great on Zoom. So really that's my message is I'm going to make you comfortable on Zoom, confident on Zoom.
Okay.
And all right, I better stop myself here. Whoa, stop that. Stop. Okay. And so that was my welcome video for those people who haven't subscribed.
Yeah. So my question, but okay, so to take a step back then, if your business is about helping the Rachels, do better in business and so on,
Yep.
what was it that prompted you to have a kind of try to build a different audience on YouTube? Was it just that you saw a video, you did a video and it happened to do well and
Correct.
thought
Yeah,
so you thought,
that's
well, let me
all it
do more of
was.
that.
I had no intention of, pursuing the YouTube thing at all until somebody who's helped some of the big shots on YouTube. He really helped me. He said, "Look, I really think you should pursue this."
Okay.
And so he gave me some advice on some things that I could do. So if I search my videos here, and we get to see the numbers, we'll look at the money in a minute, because it's like 4 days that I've been running this, that my videos have been monetized.